So to start the first thing, we need to open IntelliJ. We are opening IntelliJ. All right. So we were writing our practice programs under app 4 and backup here. So we learned about the data types and variables yesterday. Right? Let's learn about the members. Okay, members.
Hi, all. Good morning.
I'll create a package class members. Let's write some notes. What are the various class members? The Java class can have below members. Variables. Second one is methods. Third one is constructors. Fourth one is static blocks. And one is instance blocks. Instance blocks. We have these many methods, these many members. So a class can have the below members. It can have variables, methods, constructors, static blocks, instance blocks. A class can have all of them, or few of them, or none of them. Okay. Any Java class can have all of the above, or few of the above, or none of the above. Right? Means not mandatory to have all of them. You have all of them, a few of them, or none of them. Okay. So all the members can be of few different types. All right. So we had seen variables. Now let's look at the methods. I'm going to create a new class here within the class members. We had seen the variables. Now we'll see the methods. Static int I equal to 100. Then we write the method static void nest. Static void method. Right? Out of method and method. Now how do we write the main method? PSVM. PSVM is the main method. Okay. Main method. Here out of out. Can you guess the output here? Guys, please respond. None of you want to respond?
Actually, we are not getting that. We are not
Sorry?
getting.
What is that?
Actually, I'm not getting that. So
What you are not getting? Output you are not getting?
yes, yes.
Okay. So this is Sumant, is it? This is Sumant, is it?
No, sir. No, sir.
No, actually,
Siddiq. Siddiq,
ah,
okay. What about you, Sumant?
I have no problem, sir.
No, I was asking you to guess the output here. That's okay. If you don't know, that's okay. You don't know. You can tell.
I am method.
Mhm.
I am method will be the output, I guess, sir.
Okay. Raghu? Raghu? Ajmat, do you want to give some try?
Yes, I also think I am method will be the
Okay. Raghu, can you hear me? Okay, he left. Let's run the program and then see the output.
Hello, I'm audible.
Okay, yeah, now I can hear you, Raghu. I was asking you to guess the output
Yeah.
here.
It was
Main. Great.
I am method.
You see the output? Only I am main that had come, nothing else. Why? Because this is called as the main method. Public static void main string args. This is called as the main method. And whatever you write inside this method, only that particular logic will execute automatically. Whatever the logic or the code that you write inside this main method, only that particular logic will be executed. Okay, so the Java compiler by default always starts from here. Whenever we run a Java program, the Java compiler always starts executing from this, whether it is in the bottom of the class or at the top of the class or in the middle of the class, it doesn't matter. It always looks for the main method. Okay, it always looks for the main method. Without the main method, we cannot run the Java class. Without main method, we cannot run Java class. For example, if I just comment this out, right, if I try to run the program, for running the program, I need to do right click. If I do the right click, you don't see the run option here. That means you cannot run this program. You cannot run this program. Again, if I uncomment this, see, if I right click this, I got the run option. So, and always it is specifically saying a dot main, a dot main. Whenever we want to run a Java program, it always looks for the main method and the execution starts from here. Okay. Now you might have a question saying that what are these things? Why do we have these things? Right. This is a variable we already learned. Right. This is the method. This is called as the method again. I'm not saying this method since I had written method here. The name of the method is method. For example, if I write test, right? The name of this method is test. The name of this method is test. So how do we identify the methods? So you will have a return type, right? You will have a return type, mostly void or some data types here. It can be, instead of void, it can be int, it can be byte, it can be short, float, double, char, or any user defined data type. Okay, you will have a data type and a name that can be anything: test, test 1, test 2, test 3, perform, whatever it is, play, right? Any name. And after that you will have the brackets open like this, open and closed like this. And these brackets may or may not have anything. Here it doesn't have anything. So whatever you write inside this are called as the arguments or the parameters. Arguments or the parameters. Here this is the no arguments. This is the no arguments. If you see the main method here, main method has something here. This is the arguments for the main method. This is the default arguments for the main method. Java compiler has designed to run the main method in this way. So it is mandatory for the main method to have this. Okay. Now, except main method, except main method, or I could say all the methods, all the methods will not be executed by default. All the methods, or I should say, this is the user defined method. Why I am saying user defined method? Because I had written this method. But main is not the user defined method. Main is main is a default method which has come as part of the JDK. JDK means Java Development Kit. Okay. Java compiler always for main method or the execution. If there is no main method, then we cannot run the program. Cannot. Main method is default method which had come as part of JDK. JDK. JDK is Java Development Kit. Java Development Kit. Okay. You can write any number of methods inside a Java class. Those methods are called as user defined methods. User defined methods. User defined methods cannot be called, not be executed automatically. Main method can execute will be executed automatically when we run a Java user methods cannot be executed automatically. All the user methods should be called explicitly executed. Let's see how all these points can be programmatically understood. Go back to our class A. So as I was saying, main is the default method which is part of the JDK, right? To run any program, we need to have the main method, and all the other methods are called as the user defined methods. You can write any number of user defined methods in a class. Okay, you can write any number of user defined methods. You can write any number of user defined methods in a class. Okay, and these user defined methods cannot be executed automatically. Okay, these methods will be executed only when we call them explicitly. These methods will be executed only when we call them explicitly. This is the statement here. How do we call them? This is the way that we call them. Just need to specify the method name, right, with the same brackets that we have here, and then the semicolon. This is the way that we call the method. Okay, this is method calling. This can be a method declaration. Okay, can be a method declaration. This is the way that we can call the method. Let's run the program and then see the output now. What is the output now? I am main and I am method. See, the first one is I am main, and the next step is calling the test method. So it goes inside the test method and executes the logic that is inside the test method. Clear? Any doubts, guys? Let's look at another example. Creating a new class B, static void test. Let's put off am test method.
Hello.
Yes.
Raghu, in this case, which one will be a global variable? Is it like a sort or a static void?
Sorry, which
Is there
one?
any concept in this?
Sorry, what is that? Can you repeat your question?
No, I said like which is a global method? Which one we call here? Is it like yes out or static one? So is there any concept in this particular one page?
No, actually, your question is irrelevant.
Uh-huh.
You are talking about the global variables, right?
Yeah,
This
yeah.
this is the
Does it
global.
come in this concept?
Yeah, this is the global variable here. I is the global variable because this is outside
Uh-huh.
of the methods. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
and this is the method. So inside the method, there is no
Local
variable that I
variable.
had
Yeah.
created. Okay, this is just a statement to print the
Mm-hmm.
content.
Okay.
Clear?
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
I am test method. Now test sort of I am in a test method. So can you guess the output, please?
I am main and I am test method.
I am main and I am test method. Let's look at the output. I am test method. I am main and again I am test method. Is it the same thing that you expected?
No.
Okay. Why is it like this then?
Because before the S out statement, there was a test method.
Exactly, right? So the main method always runs from top to bottom approach. Once it enters the main method, the execution always starts from the first line and then it goes to the last line. In the top to bottom approach, line by line, it will execute. Okay. The main method, once it starts, it runs in the top to bottom approach, not in any random order. It always runs in the top to bottom. So since we had specified the calling of the test method, first is it executes the test method, right? Inside the test method, what do we have? We are printing the I am test method, and this is completed, right? Then it goes back, and then when it comes back, what do we have? We have the S out of I am main. This will be printed. And again in the next line, what do we have? We are again calling the test method. Right? So again it goes inside the test method. Again I am test method will be printed. Clear now? Clear?
Yes. Yes. No, clear.
Others?
Yes, clear.
We can call user defined methods any number of times. Any number of times. Execution will be sorted main method top to bottom approach. Top to bottom approach. Now let's create another class. Just copy pasting this one. I don't want to write it again, but change. What will be the output now?
I am test method.
Then only once you get the I am test method.
Yes, I think.
Others,
I am test method, I am main, I am test method.
let's run the program and then see the output. So was it Azmat who said the answer first?
Yes, I am test method.
Okay. Now you see why we are getting the this one. What was the logic behind your understanding? It gives only I am test method. Can you tell me what was the logic? What was your understanding? No worries. You don't have to, worry. We'll try to understand. We'll try to correct our understanding. You tell me what is the logic that you had in your mind when you were giving the answer.
I didn't see the test method in code.
Hmm? Sorry,
I didn't see the test method in code.
test method in.
In this program.
Oh, you didn't see a. You didn't see the test method.
Ye- Yes, but actually previously you said that public static method only will execution will start.
Yes, it
So
is.
we can take the test methods after the public method also.
It doesn't matter, right? Very simple thing, guys. You don't have to think too much and then scratch your heads here. As I said, where the execution starts, where
Public me-
where the execution starts.
public method.
No, don't say the public method. Instead, you should say main method. Okay.
Main.
Here we should say main method, not the public method. Okay, that's different. That gives a different meaning. Okay. So your intention is it starts on this method, right? The main method, right? What is the first line here? You can say the line number.
We are, we are calling the
We are
test
calling the
method
test method at line number 7.
one.
So what do we have inside the test method?
We are printing as test method as I am the method.
I am test method, right? Exactly the same thing. Then what is the next line here?
Then we are printing I am main
I am
under the main
main,
method.
right? After this,
After that again we are calling test method.
we are again calling the test method. Simple, right? So you should always look for the main method and then you should go from the top to bottom order inside the main method. It doesn't matter where the main method stays inside the class, whether it is at the top or at the bottom. If you see the difference between the previous program, right? What is the difference with the previous program? What is the difference? Here the main
Yes,
method is at
we
the
have take yes,
bottom.
we have taken this
Here main method is at the bottom. Here main method is at the top. It doesn't
top.
matter.
Okay, got
It
it.
always looks for the main method, right? Let
Yes,
this class have 1,000 number of lines or 1,000 methods like this. It doesn't matter. It always looks for the main method and then within the main method it executes from the top to bottom approach. Clear?
clear, get it.
Nice. Let's create another program. Creating a new class. VM static void photo test static void photo photo. Output now.
Main method.
I am main method. Simple because we are not calling the test one and test two. Right? Very simple. Now here I will say test one. Here I will say test two. What will be the output now?
I am test
Test one
one
method.
method. I am main method. I am test one method.
Yeah, I am test one method. I am main method and I am test one method. We are not calling the test two method. Right? I'll create a new class E. Right? Will output now?
I am test one method. I am main method. I am test two method.
Great. Let's create another program. Yeah. What will be the output now?
I am test two method. I am main method. I am test one method.
Great. Let's create another program. What will be the output now? What will be the output now?
I am test one method.
I am test one method. Simple, right? Let's create another program. GH. Will be the output now?
I am test one method and 10.
I am test one method and
10 I am test two method. I'm not clear about that variables.
let's run the program and then see the output. Yeah. See the output. I am test one method. I am test two method. Why? Test one method is not taking any arguments. So we could just call the test one method without passing any value here. If you are putting any value like this, that means passing the value. Okay, we are not passing any value because test one method doesn't expect anything. Okay, but test two method is declared with a single argument. Okay, test two method is declared with a single argument or the parameter. Both are same. Argument or parameter. Both are same. Test two method is created with a single argument or parameter. Okay, and what is that argument or parameter? A variable of type int. A variable of type int. So if you want to call the test2 method, we need to pass a value of type int. Value of type int. So 10 is a int type. Yes or no?
Yes, it is indeed.
It is int, right? So when you call test2 of 10, then it will go and match this test2 method, and then this method will execute. But inside this test2 method, what do we have? Just a
I am
simple
test two.
printing of I am test2 method, but the value that we are sending here is not being used. This value is used only for identifying the corresponding method to be called. Okay, the value that you pass here is only used to identify the corresponding method to be called. Okay, the value you pass here is used only to identify the method to be called. Clear? Any confusion?
No, no, clear.
Great. Let's write the another program. I'll copy paste the same thing. Happens here.
I am test one method only.
Let's run the program and then see the. See, it is failed. We did not get the error. If you are seeing the red lines like this, that is the error. So you just click on the class here, right? So what it says, incompatible types, string cannot be converted to int, because test2 method is expecting a value of type int, but we are passing a string, so it doesn't match, it doesn't work. Whenever you see the red mark here, that means that is a compilation error. That is a compilation error. See, if we just hover my mouse here, it just says required type is int, but the provided is string, right? Required type int, that means expectation is int, but we are providing is string, right? So whenever you create any method with any data types like this, you always need to pass the same values here. Okay, I'll just comment this out here, because if I just keep it red, my next program will not run. But when you are doing the practice,
You need to remove the comments and then do the practice. Okay. Next. I J. Again, I paste the same thing. This time I'll put another parameter. So how do I call this test2 method now? Because it is taking two arguments. Test2 method is taking two arguments. What is that? So I need to pass two int values 100 comma 200. Here, if I run this now, I am test1 method and I am test2 method. Test2 method is expecting two int values. Okay, so that is the reason I had to pass two int values with the comma separated. Clear? So whenever you see any method with any number of arguments, to call that method, you need to pass those many values, those many matching values. Clear? Any confusion, guys?
Not clear.
JK. It's the same thing again. Oh, I'll make a small change here. It's out of I. What will be the output now?
I am test1 method, 10 I am test2 method.
Great. Because now we are actually using the value that we are passing, right? So the value of I that we are passing is 10 and we are printing I value. I value is what? 10 that we are passing. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Let's move to the next program. I copy the same thing. So to call this test2 method, what should I pass now? What should I pass?
Int and string.
Int and string, because one variable, the first variable is int, the second variable is string. Some ABC. If I try to print the same thing, J, what will be the output now?
I am test1 method,
Mhm.
10
Mhm.
ABC I am test2 method.
Great, exactly. I am test1 method, 10 ABC, and I am test2 method. While creating any methods with the multiple arguments, those arguments can be of any data type. It doesn't always has to be same data type. Okay, it can be mix of any data types, and you can keep on writing any arguments here. For example, I just created another method with test3, right, where it takes anything short A, byte B, okay, again int C, long L, comma, float F. Right. What else is left? Double D, right? can write a method to accept any number of arguments. Now to call this method, how should I call? Test 3, right? So what should I pass first?
Int.
Some int value. So can you tell me any int value?
5.
5. Next, what should be the next argument?
String.
Can you give me any string value?
Joker.
Joker in the
String value.
double quotes, right?
Double. Yeah.
The string values will always be enclosed with double quotes. Next, what is the next thing?
Byte.
Byte, are you sure? Can you see the order here?
Short.
Short.
Short. What is the short value? What can be the short value? Can you tell me any short value? Can you tell me any short value?
Is it like 4 digits or numbers?
Sorry?
Any 4 digit numbers?
See the value for, the range of short is minus 32,768 to 32,767. Right? So now you tell me any value for short?
2023.
2023. Next, byte. What is the range for byte? I just open it here.
Minus 128 to 127.
Minus 128 to 127. So what can the value that I can put here?
100.
100. Okay. Next,
Int.
int. So for int, what is the value that I can put?
Say 200.
200. All right. Next,
Long.
long. Can you tell me any example for long? Example value for long. This is the range for long. You can pick any number between these two numbers.
93.
93. Next,
Float.
float. So float is for what?
For decimal numbers.
Single decimal numbers. Can you tell me any single decimal number?
99.9.
99.9. Next,
Double.
double. Double is for what?
Two decimals.
More than two decimals. Okay, not exactly two decimals. It can be even more than two decimals also. Can you tell me any example value for two decimal or three decimal or whatever?
99.999.
99.999. What are the other data types that we missed here? R, T, and Boolean M. Now, what is the next parameter that I need to pass?
Char.
Char. What is the
Character.
character?
We can take A.
A should be in
Single
single
character.
quotes. Single quotes, right?
Single quotes. Yes.
Next,
Boolean.
Boolean. What are the
We can
possible
make it
values
as
for Boolean?
True. We'll make it as true.
It can be either true or
It can be
false.
true or false.
Right? So here I use true. Right?
Like, do we have to put L in the end of long or no need?
Sorry?
The long we have kept 93, right? So, do we have to keep L in the end of it or no need?
We can put, but
Okay.
now see it is giving is some error. Let's see, some values are not matching here. Required type. Okay, the very first thing was 93 and F. And for F, it is complaining. Provided required type is float, but provided is double, right? So here I would put F.
1.1.
Want to put 1.1? No, still same.
Is it not accepting, sir?
Sorry?
Why is it not accepting that it is a single decimal number for
Yes,
you?
yes. That's what I'm looking at it. Let's look at Google. Float value to a top. We are doing this. Still expected is required more actions. Just a method. Maybe we might need to do this.
Sir, can we try just with 99 and see once?
Not accepting. It's a very simple thing. This is what exactly we are doing. Float and specify by using F for the end, otherwise we treat it as double letter. Okay, even that is also fine. We had put F. You have to add F after a float number. If you present Java 1, it's supposed to be treated as float or double. That's double. Then are being treated as int now. Now
it is working. Okay, I think the problem is not exact, may not be with your, but and C is what? Int byte, right? Completely short. Byte. So the problem was actually not with the float, right? It was with the other numbers. Because when you see the short, byte, and int, right, especially these three data types, right? These numbers, by looking at it, it will be treated as int also, short also, byte also, because the range is same, right? Range is same, so that is the reason it is getting confused to treat these numbers as a int or short or byte, right? So out of these three data types, short, byte, and int, the Java compiler by default treats them as a int unless you specify to be treated as short. Okay, so whatever I had written here, I think we had covered this topic in this week's typecasting topic, right? So for now, you remember that all the numbers will be treated as a int. Okay, if we want them to be treated as a short or byte specifically, then you need to do the typecasting, which we'll learn in detail again later, right? But we need to specify short and byte. Clear, guys? Any confusion, or should I repeat?
Yeah, it's fine, but it's yeah.
Okay. So by default, the numbers, right, the range of short and byte, these two ranges actually comes within the int also, right? Because if you see the range of int, this is minus 2 crores or something, whatever it is, right? And short and byte also falls within the same range. So by default, Java treats all the numbers that are coming between those ranges will be treated as a int, but our specification is to be treated as a short. Then if you want to treat them as a short or byte specifically, then you need to specify those data types in this way here. Okay, clear? Ajmat, Siddiq, Sumant?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
sir.
Clear.
Great. Okay. So this is how the methods will work. So we can create the methods, we can call the methods, and then we can execute the methods. If I run the this program now, what will be the output? If I run this program, what will be the output? What is the output,
And
guys?
It's a I am test one.
Yes.
I am on test one method and
10,
test two.
Yeah.
N and ABC
N
and
ABC. Yeah.
two method.
I am test two method. Yeah. And then
Test three. It goes to test three.
just test three.
No. And continuation. Line number 23, it will print.
Line number 23. That's what
Yeah.
we are calling the test three method, right? But what will be
Yes.
printed
Yes.
by calling this method?
So this
5 and
short
Joker.
byte, yeah.
5 and
Joker will print.
Joker will print, because we are printing only I
Okay.
and J. Though we are passing so many values here, but here while printing we are printing only I and J. The value of I and J is 5 and Joker, right?
Okay.
Remaining values will not be printed because we are not printing it here. We are not specifying it here.
Run the program. See, I am test1 method, 10 ABC, I am test2 method, then 5 joker, I am test3 method. Clear? Any confusion?
No, sir.
Cool. Okay, so this is all about the test method, how we create them and then how we call them, right? I'll stop it here. We'll continue the next topic tomorrow. Alright guys, hope no questions. Let me know if you have any questions.
Done, Raghu. Yeah, yeah. Thank